People are biting into apple juice containers. I went to the store and looked for the apple juice plastic containers. They only had glass containers at the store. What am I supposed to do? My goal was basically to create a song that featured the viral apple juice sound. The problem was I went to the store and there was no plastic apple juice containers. We're about to listen to the full song. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
And I feel so numb, and I feel so rough. Why can't I feel like I'm good enough?
People are biting into apple juice containers and they are going viral. So what did I decide to do? I decided I needed to make a song out of this. So I went to the store and looked for the apple juice plastic containers so I could make a song for you guys. And guess what happened? They only had glass containers at the store. What am I supposed to do? I can't get any plastic containers. I can't bite into apples. So what did I decide to do? I decided to get real apples and make songs about how I could do anything I set my mind to. As long as I got myself an apple, I recorded it into a mic. Here's the little clip from TikTok of us making the beat. Roll it. Everyone's biting into apple juice containers. Why don't we make this into a song? So I took the sound and made a pattern with it. Then I grabbed some sick piano. Then added a chill drum pattern, a vocal chop. Now all we need is some real apples and some vocals. I feel like an ASM artist. I'm literally biting an apple into a microphone. I can make it. I can make it. Let's hear the full song. This song goes out to Martinelli's. If you guys ever want to sponsor me, I'm right here. I'm right here, Martinelli's. I made this song for you. I can make it if I want to. And then I spent the next few hours making this into one of the greatest songs of all time. So, let's go over how we made it, and if you guys want to jump to when the song starts, we're going to be having this sweet, awesome Apple music video starting at this time. So jump to it right now if you just want to skip to it. If you want to see how we made it, let's roll into it. My goal was basically to create a song that featured the viral apple juice sound. The problem was I went to the store and there was no plastic apple juice containers to buy. In fact, all there was glass, and it was so sad. I'm telling you, it was so sad to experience. So what I did is I grabbed a TikTok and I grabbed the sound. Let me show you the TikTok real quick. So this is what it looks like, and let me pull up the window video so you guys can see it.
Talking about, and I really don't think they're gonna sound like an apple, but let's see.
Okay, so that was the sound that I used, and basically right there is where we're seeing it. And then in addition to that, I also have 2 others where I actually grabbed an apple and I bit into it, right, to make this sound. That's how dedicated I was. I honestly probably ate 5 apples that night just to get the perfect sound, and I did. It sounds great. So this is almost like a percussion, right? It's pretty sick. So the next thing we did is I wanted this song to be serious because it's such a funny concept that I felt like if we made the beat super serious, like dancey, it's in B major, the piano feels sad, right? It's more emotional than sad. And the piano. So I need something to conflict with that crazy apple sound. So then I added a more kind of like a dance beat. So 4 on the floor with like a kick snare pattern, but I changed it up a little bit, right? Just like that. Sounds really nice. The next thing I added was this vocal sample right here. So this vocal sample right here sounds like this. It just sounded so pretty, but it didn't originally sound like that. It sounded like this. But then when I added the halftime, which basically what halftime does, for anyone who doesn't know, is it'll lower the amount of semitones by -12 and move it up. So go like that. That's basically all halftime does. But if I put halftime in there, I don't even have to change anything about it. It just automatically works. It was really nice. The next thing I honestly added was actually this hi-hat. It just works so well. I love this song way too much. The next thing I added was this reverse synth. Now this reverse synth works really well in the dance break. Now originally it wasn't reversed, it was like this. I actually grabbed it from Splice. Whenever my computer loads, it's kind of running a lot of things at once. We're actually looking to get a new one soon, so that's exciting. This is what it sounded like. And you know, like, it's chill, like, but it doesn't fit, if that makes sense. So what I did is I reversed it just to see what it would sound like. And it works so well. By the way, if you guys want to hear what the final product sounds like, keep staying. So the next thing I added were these awesome verses, and basically it keeps the same kind of pattern, it keeps the same stuff. I'm gonna save those verses for the end. Then we have this really sweet dance break. Oh, I forgot to do my vocals. My vocals are so important. So the joke was that I couldn't find the apple juice containers, so it's like I couldn't make the song. I was honestly really frustrated, so what I decided to do was make the hook, I can make it if I want to. And it just sounded really good. And I've come to the point where if it sounds good, I don't question, I just go with it. Okay, so then we have the dance break, right? And we added, on the dance break, we added this perk element. And this just adds like a groove to create more of a dance vibe to the song. You'll see here, and we also added a reverse crash and a crash to kind of create like a small build just for the section. Mostly the same drums besides that top perk line. And then we added another bridge section, which honestly is probably one of my favorite parts. But then it leads to the last section of the song, which is the climax of the song, which is really my favorite part. If we had to like do everything, it would be my favorite part. And the big thing that we added... Actually, there's one more thing I need to go over, and that's this second chorus. Yeah, right here. So what I did is I added another like perk element on top of this part. Right? So then that adds to it to kind of like keep the listener interested, right? So it works really well there. And then I have this build that I created. Now I use this build whenever I really want to get hyped, right? Whenever I want the song to be like, okay, this is the part. This is like the biggest part of the song. So this is the kind of like thing that I do every single time I want to do something like really big. So here's what it sounds like. So it's kind of like my signature build, if that makes sense. It's the build I do when I want anything to be super hyped. So this is how that sounds. Okay. So, one of the big things I added lyric-wise in this section was I Need an Apple Juice. We're about to listen to the full song. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Full song listen. Let's do it.
Be biting into the apple juice. that apple tree did. I can make it if I want to. Yeah, I can make it if I want to. I can make it if I want to. Yeah, I can make it if I want to. I need some, I need some, I need a There's my sorrow, can't feel the sorrow. I'm tired of wearing a smile I just cannot borrow. When you'd rather sleep than be awake, that's the true night